Dawning Soul. Today we're going to do another Halloween video. I have on my little skull tiara and my festive roses, and we are going to talk about classic fairy tales, what we fear. And this was a book that I had as a child. I loved all my poetry and storybooks. This one is the deluxe golden book. It was printed in like 1958, something like that. Let's see, Simon & Schuster, New York, 1958. Anyways, I loved the illustrations in this book. They're beautiful and evocative and mysterious. I don't know if you can see that. And then I really loved the imagery and the stylistic nature of the artwork. Just very, very beautiful, very mysterious. Drew me in as a child. I loved the illustrations in these books. I definitely read all the stories. But in the classic fairy tale genre, we are going to explore in that theme what we fear. What we fear, the general terms, death. We fear death. Abandonment, being alone, that classic tale of the orphan, Cinderella, of Hansel and Gretel, Snow White, the dark woods. The woods, forests are mysterious places where you imagine evil lives. Forests are not dark in nature, but people allowed their fears to think in terms of ogres lived in the forest, witches were found in the forest, murder happened in the forest. You've got your snakes, demons, dragons, elves, fairies, all manner of mystical creatures and beings that can scare you, bewitch you, place you under spells. So that's what we're going to talk about. I did shuffle the archetype this morning, and out popped 3 perfect cards, so I left them. The animal, we are all animals in nature, so that animalistic nature that we have evolved from into polite society, we are still within us that animal nature and what it can allow us to be, the beast, and our baser instincts, thanatos, death, because we are all afraid of losing, of dying, of not having that connection that we love so much be with us, that the death of a relationship, or the death of ourselves, or the death of a person that we love, or the death of your position at work. We all fear the end. The sword, because we have to be able to choose, we have to be able to discern, we have to be able to use our wisdom and our internal guidance and our true north to know when it's time to use the sword. Do we use the sword for justice, or do we use the sword for evil? So we all have within us these natures. And what do we fear? So on the table, we have some most decidedly dark cards and some fairy cards. We have the Nicola Chicola deck. We've got the enchanted map. We have the fairies, we have the unicorns, we have the forest, sacred forest and the liminal forest, the deep, dark, and dangerous, and the talismans. So, and some blessings, because at the end of every fairy tale story, somehow magically, as all the world is falling apart and the princess takes the bite of the poison apple and falls into a death sleep, she is resurrected by, come on everybody, I'll say it together, true love. True love. One thing that I do not like about fairy tales, as that mostly the women are the damsels in distress. The princesses, oh, we're dying. Oh, we're alone. Oh, woe is me. The female always gets the raw end of the deal in this regard. We are not helpless. We need to know how to save ourselves. We need to know how to be our own champions. We need to know how to be our own heroines in these stories. So let us move forward. Okay, I'm going to pull some talismans. I hope everyone is well. I've got all the readings up for the solar eclipse energy, and I did the spider and the fly. So if you haven't seen that, please go check out that video for Spider and the Fly. And then Scorpio's reading is done because we're in Scorpio season. So happy birthday again, Scorpio. And let's get into what do we fear? We're going to take some talisman cards with us on this journey. So we have good fortune. We have learn the truth, because it's always appropriate to know what it is you fear. Healing energy, so that you can go within and heal it. And let's see if I can grab this last card. Rebirth. Oh my goodness, absolutely. Because what happens after death? Rebirth. So good fortune. You can take good fortune in with you. Your sword of justice. Traverse the elements of the dark soul. Learn the truth. Learn the truth. See the truth. Realize who you are. Take the healing energy with you. Heal that which needs healed. And be reborn. All right. Let's do this. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but I have a little black candle over here. It's supposed to have red wax coming down. So hopefully in the time span of this video that we'll get to see that. That would be fun. And happy Halloween, everybody. All right, so we are going to start with this deck. This is, oh gosh, that's right. This one didn't have a book. Which deck is this? Aha. It's a new deck. Dreams and Incarnations. So let's go into our dreams and see what fantasies we can pull forward. What do we fear? Betrayal. Ooh. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. Ooh, betrayal. Terror. The prisoner. I like these cards. These are great. Okay, and I did sage the table. I had crystals all over the table. I did cleanse the energy of this reading and ask for the spirits and guides to give us the story of what we fear. The sage. The sage, the stag, the masculine energy, the stag, the child, our inner self, our child, our inner child, the victim. Okay, so we have here betrayal, terror, the prisoner, the victim. Betrayal and terror are definitely energies, right? And then you have, I'm going to put these down below because these are all basically identities. This, I feel like the stag is more of that energy in the forest. The stag is generally head of the forest, right? He's the leader of the forest. He's that male counterpart, that male energy, that masculine divinity in the forest, right? They can also be extremely territorial and possessive and violent and fight to the death. The sage, wisdom, the elder, the person with the most wisdom, that advice that you could go to. The child, your inner self, your scared little child inside that needs healing. The prisoner, because we want to escape being that which scares us, that terrorizes us. The victim, because we don't want that victim mentality. We want to not be the victim. We do not want to enter the darkness of our soul and come out the victim. We want to enter the darkness of our soul, heal the inner child that we are, use our guides, our voice, our spirit, our inner guidance to discern where it is we need to move towards. We don't want to be a prisoner to our fear. We do not want fear and betrayal to keep us prisoner. Those are negative energies that do not serve us, right? And that's where you take that sword of justice and you use it for your benefit and your good and the highest good of all, and you cut out that which does not serve you. Okay. All right. Ooh, let's go this way. We'll go this way around the board this time. For me, it's quite the opposite, and I always naturally want to go the other way, but I'm trying to do these readings for y'all, not me. So This one is the sacred forest, because forests are sacred places. Trees have infinite knowledge and wisdom they carry with them, and they support each other in the forest, right? All things grow together in the forest, and when one tree is sick, the other trees help give it energy. Forests are sacred places that we can take shelter in, and we don't have to fear the forest. Of course, we all know where Dorothy found the monkeys, right? Yeah, those flying monkeys, they were in the forest. The Wicked Witch, all these classic stories, right? Little Red Riding Hood gets lost in the forest, go into Grandma's house. Or has to go through the forest, not gets lost, has to go through the forest. So we have these themes through all of our life, and she uses her wisdom, right? She realizes that the big bad wolf is not her grandmother. And she is ultimately saved by the woodsman. All right, let's see one more. All right, one more. Okay. Blueberry Fairy, gratitude. Gratitude, playfulness, because this is all in good fun, right? Forest, temple, enlightenment. You can seek enlightenment in the forest. You could definitely go to nature and take a walk in the woods and commune with yourself and the trees and the plants and the sky, and come out a much better person, being able to think, being able to be still without the distractions of everyday life, like the storm spirit, chaos, and thicket of thorns, uncertainty. So as we are moving through these themes of fear, chaos, uncertainty, you have to remember to always take with you your joy, your playful spirit. Carry gratitude with you. See the magic. See the magic in the things around you. See the magic in the ordinary things around you, in the sunset, in the colors, the way they change, in the timing of when the stars come out. See the magic in the birds in flight. See, magic is everywhere around you. You can discern that, and the enlightenment comes when you realize that you are surrounded by ordinary, beautiful things of this world that are magic, and you don't have to fear it. You don't have to give in to chaos. You don't have to stand there and second guess. The uncertainty, she needs to go into that. When you look at it, the darkness is all around her, and she's in safety of the forest. There is nothing wrong with going within and discerning what you're afraid of. The important part of fear is not allowing it to govern your actions. Take with you into fear enlightenment, gratitude, your playfulness, your sage, your wisdom. Bring those things in. Learn the truth. Heal it. Those are all healthy ways to go into the dark and come out with that beautiful light of enlightenment. It's okay to be afraid. It is not okay to move through fear. Fear is chaos. Fear leads to terror. And it's important to breathe, be still, think, use your inner guidance. And you can make the right choices. Let's see. Okay. And here we are, reveling in everything that we are, everything that we survey, all that is ours in our kingdom. High up in the castle, reveling in the beauty of our life. And here we are. This is a perfect mirror for this, the sword. The sword. Are we using our sword for justice, or are we using it for evil? Are we using it in the best way possible for the highest good of all, or are we being heartless and cruel? So justice can work both ways, and it's up to us to use our wisdom and our truth and move past betrayal and terror and chaos. Move past that into gratitude, enlightenment, and playfulness. And then that adventure, discovery, maybe being vulnerable, caught unawares. It's important to be able to see where it is you're going and realize if you're on the right path, that path, and not moving down the wrong path. Okay. This is the unicorn. Sometimes we fear our own self. We fear what we're capable of, right? That's the animal. We fear what we might be able to do. We fear it. The intensity of who we are. We fear it. But it's a very important thing to be able to use that sword for the highest good and not use it unjustly. Creativity. Use your fire. Fire is not a place you want to be in the forest. It's definitely, you don't want to burn things down. So use it wisely, creatively, skillfully. Wisdom. Use your wisdom. The owls live in the forest. They're definitely seeing all. They can rise above and discern. Hunting. Hunter, the animal. hunting. Sometimes we get into those modes where we're using our will in a manner that we shouldn't, right? So it's imperative that if you're searching, manifesting, wanting, trying to bring something into your life, that you're doing so in a wise manner and that you're not using just your will, and you're allowing room for the divine to work. Justice is mine, saith the Lord, right? It's not ours to met out. Karma. Karma. We don't want to mess with karma. Stories are journeys. They're journeys within our soul, within our life, within our psyche. And majesty and endings, journeys. We can definitely learn a lot from going within and understanding who we are. We can bring forth our better selves, our majestic selves, because we are divine beings. We can journey into all sorts of unknown things. We can open ourselves to the enlightenment of magic and the ending. And there's nothing to fear there. Chapters end. Segments of our lives end. People come and go from our lives. Life is that journey, right? Death, rebirth. Death, rebirth. It's an endless journey. And when a chapter ends, what do? You just turn the page. And sometimes you can fear. You can get stuck in terror and be frightened like the child. Be a prisoner to the page you're on. But it's important to be able to know that with an ending is a beginning. The chapter moves forward into the story. So you need to understand the journey that you're on. You can turn the page. Don't be afraid of the ending, because it's not. It's the cycle of rebirth to the story. It opens up the next phase of the journey. This is the enchanted map. The only thing consistent in our life is change. If it didn't change, it would become stagnant. You'd be a prisoner. You'd be the victim. So it's important to understand that endings are a part of life. They're a part of our story. They're a part of the natural order of things. When a forest burns down, it regrows. It starts over. There's a rebirth. see, one more, just one more. Okay. We'll take the one on the bottom too. Slow and steady. Deep freeze. Dry desert. So these are basically the same kind of environment. You've got the deep freeze, the dry desert. Nothing really grows there, right? These are places of stillness, slow and steady. But there's beauty in the desert. There's beauty in the desert, hidden treasures. Water still flows in the desert. The deep freeze, the ice, the cold, the stillness, the quiet, and slow and steady. Let's see here. All places that you can die, all the desert and the deep freeze. If you're not protecting yourself properly in a deep freeze, and if you're not perceptive enough to protect yourself and your thirst in a dry desert, in your skin, you can burn up. Same thing, same extreme environments. So avoid the extreme environments and keep it slow and steady. Protect yourself, have boundaries. See what's in front of you and what's in your heart, what's in your soul. Listen to yourself. Let's see. These are the fairies, the night fairies. The dawn. Because what happens after the dark? After the darkest part of the night, after the darkest part of your soul journey, you see the dawn. You come towards the light. You bring the light. The protector and the dancer. The magic of the dance, the flame, the fire within, allowing your soul to dance, protecting that which is fragile and vulnerable inside you, the tenderness, the love, the desire, the truth, protecting your goodness and allowing it to come forth with the dawn. That beautiful enlightenment inside you. The healing energy. The good fortune from learning the truth of who you are, of protecting your inner child, of listening to your inner wisdom and your sage advice, the enlightenment, having gratitude for who you are, and understanding the necessary to protect that beautiful spirit within you, that playfulness, the love, the joy, the gratitude. We all have these with us. The dream. Understanding your dreams, listening to your dreams. The will-o'-the-wisp. That joy, that mysticism. Future. Because you can close the chapter and move to the next page. You can see the beauty of the future on the next page if you just move toward it. Don't procrastinate. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck in this between the deep freeze and the dry desert. Don't procrastinate. Don't get stuck there. Don't get stuck in betrayal, in the terror. Don't get stuck in being the victim. Don't get stuck in not knowing, in the uncertainty. Don't get stuck there. Move away from procrastination. Slow, steady, with your truth, protecting the beauty of who you are inside and moving forward with the light. Into the dream, into the future. Okay, last cards. Let's see. All right. These are deep, dark, and dangerous. Final warning, right? That last pivotal moment of our story, where the Wicked Witch tries to kill Snow White, where the dragon tries to consume Prince Charming, where the wolf tries to devour Little Red Riding Hood, where the witch tries to burn the children in the oven. All these wonderful stories, right? Where the wicked stepmother has Cinderella locked away. All right. So what do we have here? The mirror principle. Because whether or not you know it, the people in your lives are mirroring you. You mirror each other. We have people in our lives that hold that mirror up to ourselves, and we see in them things we like or we don't like. If we're seeing something in someone that we don't like and we feel threatened by it and there's betrayal, it's so that we can go within and look and see within us that which we don't like in them. We are all made of the same things. We have all the same impulses. We have all the same thoughts and desires. Some a little more intensely than others, some a little, it's all different. But we mirror our relationships. We bring into our lives things that we need to see so that we can banish them or love them. We've got discipline, that's that slow and steady. Because it's important for us to have discipline in our lives in order to see, listen, and hear that sage advice within us that is from the divine, so that we are not prisoner and victim to our own mentality, so that we can have gratitude and enlightenment and avoid chaos and uncertainty. The goddess Kali very intensely loves, fiercely protective, gratification, the Sphinx. Gratification. Gratification for who we are. Gratitude. Love. Discipline. Those are all beautiful concepts that we need to have in our life. Let's see. Guardians. The Guardians. So you could look at this card and you can see terror, that animalistic nature, but they are protecting. They are there to protect. Be the guardian of your own soul. Be that which you need for your good fortune, to learn your truth, to go within with healing energy and see who you are and reborn. Be reborn. Express yourself. See that reflection. See that reflection. See that reflection that you need to alter. Use your discernment. Don't allow fear to control your life. Fear gets us nowhere. Fear gets us chaos. Fear prevents the future. Fear keeps us in the dry desert, in the deep freeze. It keeps us from that next chapter. It keeps us from our majesty and our wisdom. It keeps us from our joy, our gratitude. It makes us the victim. Cut through that with your sword of justice for the highest good and move towards gratification, love, discipline, your future, your dreams. Don't procrastinate. Protect, prioritize and protect, and come into the light from the dark and dispel what you are afraid of. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy this. My name is Melanie Dawn of the Dawning Soul, and this was our little journey into fairy tales and that which we fear. Have a blessed day. Bye. Until next time. So I forgot the blessings. So we're going to do a few quick blessings really quick. But I fully believe that the themes of this reading went in a really awesome direction. Okay. We have an idea manifests endless blessings, but you must act to bring the idea to life. The time is right. Know that the world is full of ideas floating around aimlessly until someone notices and breathes life into them. This is your time to shine. Have faith. Something beautiful soon manifests. Trust that all is unfolding in the most perfect way for you and all concerned. Have faith and continue to hold positive and loving thoughts. A blessed gift is on its way. Be grateful for all your experiences, for in all life serves a purpose. There is a blessing in all that did or didn't happen. There is a blessing unfolding this very moment. Listen to your heart and follow its wisdom. Be mindful for the journey, as it is important as the destination. The journey, we had that one, didn't we? The journey. Because life is absolutely all about the journey. Endings don't happen. The chapter doesn't end. It just unfolds in a different page. The rebirth of the story in a different direction. The playfulness, the gratitude. Be grateful for the journey that you have, even the ones filled with pain, even the ones where there's been betrayal, even the ones where you've been held prisoner and have been the victim. Understand that the journey that you're on, in order for you to be who you are right now, enlightened, dream with the light of the dawn, protecting the essence of who you are, without being able to know who you are and learning the truth, being blessed with where you are now. You have to be grateful for the story that was before it, for the lessons learned, the path you traveled, slow and steady on your own journey to discovering the truth of who you are. Thank you for joining me.